Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm your host, Preston M. Smith. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Living Artist Podcast. I'm Preston M. Smith, at PMS Artwork everywhere on internet land and socials. I want to thank you for landing on this podcast. Whether you're a professional artist, just getting started in the art world, a collector of art, or just consider yourself a creative person, this podcast has something for you. I like to think of it as a fun way to rant and talk to other creative people about living the life of an artist, surviving and getting ahead in the art world, and enjoying your life. But most importantly, not waiting until you're dead to make it happen. All right, let's get started.
Membership means more with American Express Business Gold. Earn 4 times membership rewards points in your top 2 eligible spending categories every month, including eligible U.S. advertising purchases and select media, and U.S. purchases at restaurants, including takeout and delivery. What are you waiting for? Get the card that flexes with your spending every month. Terms and points cap apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-gold. Amex Business Gold Card. Built for business by American Express.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. From your morning podcast to your afternoon playlist, State Farm knows you personalize your entire day, and that's why State Farm helps you personalize your insurance with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It offers coverage options that help protect what you care about most at an affordable price just for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to the podcast, everybody. I was pretty much absent in the last one, so I'm going to be taking over a little bit this one.
Don't forget about me. I'm here
Oh,
too.
but Jesus. What do you got to do to get some peace and quiet around here? And what's up with your voice?
Oh, I think you mean my biohacked voice.
Wait. Did you say biohacked voice?
Indeed I did, Muffet. Indeed I did.
I think you just put like a robot filter over your voice. I don't think that counts as biohacking.
Oh, Muffet. Living in the dark ages still. This is truly my biohacked voice. Get used to it.
Okay. Well, come here for a second. I'd like to biohack you in the face.
That was unnecessary.
But was it? Was it? Welcome back to the podcast, everybody, to the Living Artist Podcast. And you might have guessed from the intro there that we are going to be talking a little bit about biohacking and how that pertains to your art or how you can use it for your art. I know biohacking is like a big buzzword now, and I really like it. I follow a lot of biohacking podcasts and stuff, and it has actually been an integral part of my recovery or my just maintaining my ability to be able to do anything like this podcast while I've been fighting off this disease and trying to get better. And it has just, kept me going and has gotten me through some dark times. So I thought I would share a little bit about biohacking and art and how we can use it as artists. And I'm going to focus primarily on 2 types of technologies that we can use for biohacking that are popular in that world and how you can use those for art. You might be thinking, oh, no, that doesn't help with art, but it does. Anything that you do for your body or your frequency or your brain or your calming your nervous system, the autonomic nervous system, all that stuff feeds into your ability to be a good artist, recover, and create better. So let's get into it right now. Wait, let's try that again.
Right now.
That's better? ? I'm Ron Burgundy. Anyway, so moving on, we are going to be talking about PEMF and red light therapy, and I'm going to get into specifics about those 2 and how you can use them and how they are good for you. But I'm also going to give you some freebies, my free versions of those that you can do at home. They're not quite the same, but can kind of get you there because some of these technologies can be kind of expensive. Yes, you can go to places and try them out, but as far as using them on a daily basis, you're going to have to probably buy a unit or two for yourself, which I think it's a really good investment for your health and for the future. But I understand it's impossible for some people to do that. And I had to kind of make payment plans and do stuff over time because it was an investment in my health and my recovery. And it really turned out to be a great investment. So let's get into that about PEMF and red light therapy. So first of all, what is biohacking? Biohacking is using science and technology to enhance your body or your mind, physiology, whatever you want to say. I say mentality. For artists, we can use it for like fatigue, to help with long hours, to get over creative blocks, even to, de-stress. And for me, it's been really important for my eyes. My eyes with Lyme disease, they've been eating my eyes, like the collagen in my eyes. So my eyes have really been suffering a lot. And I find that the red light does help with eye strain a lot. And it also helps to enhance my vision. It really just helps with, healing and recovery with tissues and bones and everything. But we'll get into that a little bit. And I think primarily one of the biggest tools of using these things is to really optimize your brain, your creativity, reducing the stress, calming the autonomic nervous system, and then increasing energy. Because without those things, we really can't create at our best. So we're going to just talk about like how these two individual things do that. PEMF, we're going to start with, what does PEMF stand for? That is pulsed electromagnetic field or field therapy. I used to think it was frequency, which you can say that too. Pulsed electromagnetic frequency kind of works too. But it is that. It's an electromagnetic field that it's a closed loop. So it helps stimulate cellular repair and improve your circulation. And it just helps with healing and calming your nervous system down too. And it was researched by NASA on astronauts for regenerating tissues, which it does. It really helps with recovery. So if you're like sitting in front of the easel or you're working with your hands on sculpture and you're getting some of the carpal tunnel, or you're just getting strain on your fingers or your joints or your elbows, or you're getting like tennis elbow type stuff or whatever, your back's hurting, this can be really good for calming that down. And, we're going to get into that too, but the red light will also help you repair that. But the PEMF is really good at stimulating the cellular repair and the circulation that'll get to these places to help you kind of heal. But it's also really good for clarity. And it's really good for kind of getting into a meditative state or like a resting state or an improved sleep state. So you can use it before bed to calm down and to just kind of get harmonized. That is something that I use it for a lot. I will kind of do my day. I will get through my day. I'll have this stress response because my nervous system is spiked all the time now with neurological Lyme disease. And so I will get on there to just kind of calm myself down and harmonize. And it works immediately. I'll lay on this PEMF mat and I'll do some deep breathing techniques. And it really calms my nervous system down, which, helps with turning off the fight or flight, which helps you heal because you cannot heal without calming your parasympathetic nervous system. It's like your fight or flight response. If you don't get into rest and digest, you won't heal and you won't be able to process nutrients and you just won't be able to really function well as a human being. So that has been kind of an integral part of me, calming my nervous system down to help me heal a bit. But it also just helps with the creative flow. And I find that I get good thoughts and good creative thoughts while I'm on the PEMF machine meditating. So you can use it as a tool to kind of generate ideas for your art as well. So I think that's awesome. What is the free version of this if you can't afford it? That is a good question. Well, it is not 100% as impactful as this, but it is what you make of it, right? Sometimes I will do this quickly and I'll find that it helps me in different ways. Part of what like some of the low-grade PEMF does is it kind of taps into the Schumann resonance, the electromagnetic field of the earth, which has been studied for a long time. It's like a frequency between 7.83 and 33 hertz. So that's the range of the Earth's electromagnetic field. And it's caused by when lightning strikes the Earth and the electromagnetic waves that bounce between the Earth's surface and the ionosphere. It's something that throughout time, we as human beings, we used to ground ourselves on the earth and we would absorb or we would discharge our energy into the earth and it would just kind of calm us down and stimulate us. So this resonance is something you can look it up, Schumann, SCHUMANN, resonance. And the one that I find that is the exact resonance of the earth is the 7.83 hertz. And I have a setting on one of mine that is that. So I'll sit on that and kind of discharge like you would be able to do in the past, I don't even want to get into why we really can't even measure that anymore with all of the electronic pollution we have now in the earth, the EMFs and all the toxicity. We really can't get that same charge very well anymore. So we almost have to use like a biohacking technique to get the Schumann resonance. But anyway, they have the Schumann resonance like on YouTube. You can put it on your headphones and you can hear that it's like a vibration. It goes kind of goes whoa, 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 like that. And you'll find that it kind of calms down your nervous system too. What I will do is I will put that on, and I'll put a link to the one that I listened to in the show notes, but I'll put that on and I will have that vibrating in my ears, and then I will kind of hum at the same resonance, and some weird stuff happens, I swear. You start to feel this vibration in your head, but it really calms down your nervous system and gets you into this heightened meditative state. So that's kind of my free version, and I think it's effective. It works. It's something that I came up with, but I really like that. So try it out if you can't afford, the full PEMF. So let's move on to red light therapy. Red light therapy is kind of a mixture of far infrared and near infrared wavelengths, and it promotes healing and energy and cellular function just like the PEMF, but it really penetrates through the skin and it gets into your tissues and organs and bones a little bit, depending on how strong the near infrared and far infrared is. Look, I'm not going to go into all of the science of that, but you can look it up. There's plenty of really good red light panels and little red light wraparound devices that you can use. You can use these little ones for healing. There's even ones for your face that promotes collagen production and things like that, which is all great. Even the panels obviously produce collagen, so it's really good for your skin as well, and detoxing and all the detox pathways. So if you're dealing with a pathogen, it can kind of help you open up those detox pathways a bit as well. And it heats you up from the inside. So it kind of like allows you to sweat out certain things from the inside out, which is kind of like one of the infrared saunas. You can get it from going in the infrared sauna as well. But I would look into a panel at home if you can afford it, if you want to make an investment, because you can use it whenever you want. I use mine every morning for about 10 to 20 minutes on my back and on my front. And I really used it when the Lyme was like eating all of my collagen and all my joints and my back, and my back broke down and I could barely move. This was like a huge one for me just to kind of get a little bit better with my chronic pain. I still have it, but I'm able to function a lot better on that level at least. It kind of went into my brain after that, but that's another story. But this really helped me to kind of heal some of my joints and tissue.
Business taxes. Was stressing about all the time and all the money you spent on your taxes.
This is my bill?
Now Business Taxes is a TurboTax small business expert who does your taxes for you and offers year-round advice at no additional cost, so you can keep more money in your business. Now this is taxes. Intuit TurboTax. Get an expert now on TurboTax.com/business. Only available with TurboTax Live Full Service.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
And muscles, along with some other nutritional stuff that I was doing. But that's really good for that. So recovery from anything you're doing in the studio, if you're really straining yourself, using that in the morning or at night before you go to bed to heat up your body so you get a good deep sleep, that's really good. You can maybe stack that with the PEMF, do both of those. It's kind of like taking a hot bath before you go to bed. So you'll fall into a state of deep sleep. It increases dopamine and serotonin production. Obviously, like I said, it speeds up your recovery, and it's really good for your eyes. So if you spend a 10-hour session, I used to spend like 14, 16-hour sessions painting, like nonstop. Probably wasn't healthy, but I would do that. I could have used this back then big time because it would have really helped me to kind of heal the eyes, heal some of my back pain and some of the strain I was putting by bending over on my neck. I've had to work through that a lot now, but thankfully we have these tools now to kind of get over this. So I would look into that. You can look into the handheld ones for like targeted healing, or you can look into these red light panels, or you can go to a place. There's plenty of places like Pause or, these like kind of wellness spaces now where you can go and get in an infrared sauna or jump in a red light bed for like 20 to 30 minutes. Those are awesome. They do cost a little bit. That's why I made the investment for my health and healing to just kind of have one in the house. So anyway, that's something else you can use for recovery and for, healing strained muscles or eyes or, you name it. What is the free version of this? Well, Unfortunately, the free version of this is not quite as good, but it is just something that you can do, which you can stack kind of with the benefits of the PEMF, which is, like I've said, getting out, getting first sunlight, getting that in your eyes. That is going to stimulate, your circadian rhythm. You're going to get all that, that non-UV light in your eyes, which is going to wake you up. That's also very good for your eyes and healing. But then, standing on the ground barefoot, you're going to discharge into the ground. You can even do this on concrete as long as it's unpolished concrete. So it breathes. You can do this on an unsealed concrete. So if you have like a concrete driveway or sidewalk, you can also get some of the earth's, resonance from that, sitting there, getting sunlight in the eyes, first light for 10, 15 minutes, and getting a little bit of movement and breath work in there. That is a little bit of a hack. It's not going to be as good as getting the red light. These red light panels are also great if you're in an area of the world, not like LA where we live, but where you have winter and you have prolonged clouds or rain, so you don't get a lot of sunlight. Getting some light through the clouds is good too, but if you're not getting good sunlight or sunlight exposure, that can also affect, your dopamine. It can affect your mood. It can spark depression. So getting out there and getting first sunlight and, discharging some of that energy and connecting with the earth in the morning is going to brighten your mood and get you started off really well. So those are some free versions of those if you can't do it. But if you can, I think anybody can afford. Some of these red light panels are like $40, $50 online. The little ones, at least, the wraparound ones or the tiny little panels, but full-size panels are more expensive. I'm not going to vouch for how amazing they are, but you can get some and try some out. But if you want to try out like the full-blown one, see the full body effects, I would try to go to a wellness space and get in one of their red light beds. I think you can do some of them for like $30 to $40 a session, which is pretty affordable, and just give it a shot. Take it for a spin and see how you feel. So those are a couple, little tools you can use, little biohacks that you can use, which don't just help with your health and longevity. They do that, and your mood and all these things, but they help with your creativity, your artistic recovery, and, being able to stimulate the mood and the energy and the cellular function and that ability to create and to keep showing up at your best in the studio, online, in a gallery. Like if you don't have that cellular energy or wellness, if you don't have that calm nervous system, you're not going to show up as well as somebody who does. So I think these are really important. It's not just for the, high-tech techie guys, in Silicon Valley who are doing a biohacking. This is for anybody now. I'm all into it for recovery and for my health and for my art career and for longevity as well. Like I want to live as well as I can for as long as I can. And I want to obviously get over this disease so I can get back to work. And with the help of some of these tools, hopefully I will get there. So I think we're going to leave it at that. Let me know if you like this. And if you want to hear some more, there's plenty more biohacking tools out there that we can talk about that are really cool and great for not just being a human being, but also for being an artist. So let me know if you want to hear more of these, and maybe we'll do another one or two in the future. Hope everybody's doing well out there. I know this one was a little bit long, so I'm going to end it at that. Take care of yourselves. Take care of everybody else out there, and we'll see you next time on the next
episode.
This is so ridiculous. I don't. But you know what? Maybe I should give it a shot. 1 second. Here goes nothing. Oh, wait. Oh, look at me. I biohacked myself. Is this biohacking? Screw it. Hey, you know what? I sound like Johnny 5. Johnny 5, still alive. Not disassemble Stephanie. Oh.
This has been the Living Artist Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. I just want you to know that I appreciate you being here, and I'm grateful to be in your ears. Your art and creative life on this planet is meaningful, so thank you for sharing it with me. If you like this podcast, whatever platform you're listening to it on, please subscribe and share it with your friends. You can also leave me a positive review to show your support. This helps me to reach more people with the algorithmic magic and keep the show going strong. If you want to see more of what I do and check out the art that I create, you can visit my website at www.pmsartwork.com or follow me on social media everywhere at PMS Artwork. That's it for now. See you back here next time.